why is she trying to be a rapper? You're like, you don't get it. Come on. They're like, she looks super awkward dancing in this video. It's like, I'm very well aware of like what everyone says about me. Every single thing.
Why is that? Why sing to the haters?
Well, when they stop coming for me, I will stop singing to them.
But then on the other hand, it really makes me think about how every time somebody talks, it just makes me work even harder, and it makes me that much tougher.
So this video was definitely long overdue. See Taylor respond to haters and critics in this video.
I saw that people love to explain away a woman's success in the music industry. And I saw something in me change due to this realization. This was the decade when I became a mirror for my detractors. Whatever they decided I couldn't do is exactly what I did. They're saying I'm dating too much in my 20s. Okay, I'll stop. I'll just be single for years. Now they're saying my album Red is filled with too many breakup songs. Okay, I'll make one about moving to New York and deciding that really my life is more fun with just my friends. Oh, they're saying my music is changing too much for me to stay in country music. All right. Okay, here's an entire genre shift and a pop album called 1989. Now it's that I'm showing you too many pictures of me with my friends. Okay, I can stop doing that too. Now I'm actually a calculated manipulator rather than a smart businesswoman.
Some people are like, oh my God, why is she trying to be a rapper? You're like, you don't get it. Come on. They're like, she looks super awkward dancing in this video. It's like, oh my God.
You have to have more fun than they do.
When they stop coming for me, I will stop singing to them.
This is going to be a massive failure. This is going to be a flop tour. But just please remember that you have the right to prove them wrong.
I'm very well aware of like what everyone says about me, every single thing. And the difference between now and 3 years ago is I honestly don't care anymore. It's just like, all over the internet it was like, Taylor Swift looks awkward when she dances. And so the way I handle that now, like that criticism, is I wrote a song called Shake It Off. And as soon as I wrote the song, I knew exactly what I wanted to do for the music video. I knew that I wanted to do an entire music video of me awkwardly, badly dancing. Yeah, I do dance awkwardly, and I'm having more fun than you.
A lot of things that I tell myself when I'm kind of panicking, and one of the things that I tell myself is like, this is part of it. This is normal. And that's something that I tell a lot of new artists and a lot of people who I end up talking to who are like, hey, so you've been through a lot of things.
Yeah.
What I'm freaking out. I'm getting my first wave of bad press. Like, what do I do? And I'm like, do not let anything stop you from making art. Just make things. Do not get so caught up in this that it stops you from making art. Or if you need to, make art about this, but never stop making things. You know, when somebody criticizes you or says something behind your back, those words that they said about you, it's like you feel like those words are written all over your face, all over you. And then those words start to become echoes in your own mind. And then there's a real risk that those words could become a part of how you see yourself. The moment that you realize that you are not the opinion of somebody who doesn't know you or care about you, that moment, when you realize that, it's like you're clean.
There are these rumors going around on the internet today that they're very creative, saying that I'm pregnant, which is impossible and impossible. So, you know, it's so crazy when you spend your entire life and all of your energy trying to be a good person and trying to be a good role model and trying to make the right decisions, and you make the right decisions, you make the right choices, and people make things up about you. You know, that it's a little offensive, honestly. I have devoted my entire life to not having something like that happen. And, you know, it's really, really scary that someone can just say something and that it gets spread around the internet. And all of a sudden, it's a verified rumor. and with no grounds, with no evidence, I didn't do anything to provoke that. Like, I just, I'm sitting there thinking, like, what, did I wear the wrong shirt someday or what?
And so one thing I was thinking about when I was preparing and practicing over the weeks before this is I was thinking about, getting to play Wembley Stadium, right? That's not remotely normal. It's so insane that you've done this for me. And for us on the Eras Tour, from every single one of the performers that you see on the stage, and for my band, and for my crew, because we get to play Wembley Stadium 8 times this summer. And when I'm thinking about that, you think about just being grateful and being thankful for all the people who wanted this for you. And that's all of you here tonight. Clearly you thought this was a good idea. You believed we could do this. You wanted this to happen. Blows me away. I'll spend forever trying to thank you properly for that. But then on the other hand, it really makes me think about how every time somebody talks, it just makes me work even harder, and it makes me that much tougher.
So was it hard to keep quiet during Reputation?
No, because I was just in a very different place in my life, and it was in terms of my relationship with media and my relationship with, I had a lot of very, very intense fears that I was trying to deal with. And
Like?
Oh, how long do you have? My God. We really don't have that long. It's a lot. Everything that wasn't my quiet, cozy, wonderful little world that I had carved out for myself, that I'd been living in for years.
You were that scared.
Yeah, it was just, I think it happens to people. I think people become stifled by things that happen in their lives, and that's just something that I went through.
To give you people heat for holding a cat a certain way on the streets of New York.
That cat loves being held like that.
I know, but you can't do anything without somebody at some point on some web thread saying, well, this isn't right for the cat to be out like that. It's
the cat loves it. Here's the thing.
Is that Olivia?
Yeah, that's Olivia. Yeah, you're right, exactly. When everything that you do is debated upon, scrutinized, questioned, everybody feels entitled to ask you why you did everything.
Every album you have a song where you address the haters. At least one song, sometimes more than one song.
I probably do have that habit. I imagine that I might have that habit, yeah.
Why is that? Why sing to the haters?
Well, when they stop coming for me, I will stop singing to them.
So with all of the hateful criticisms and bad takes that she receives, I thought it would be a good idea to share Taylor facing some of that stuff head on, and only in the way that she can. And so these were good examples of her standing up for herself. But on a positive note, check out Taylor's impact on football in this next video.